Hello, everybody. This is Jimmy Hitchcock on a Hitch and Wall show. We're here with Darren Ashford, and the last time I had him on, I didn't really know how to work the platform and didn't know how to work the software. So I had him in a little small box, and I wanted to bring him back on to act so y'all can see his face. See what it looks like. Actually, I don't know if y'all were squinting, but I brought him back on so he can really talk about some things that we want to talk about as far as youth and the youth in sports. And he's going to just give you some information about how you can reach him. And even if I don't know if you got on online programs, do you have any online programs yet? Or do you have
I've
any?
had it set up, but I'm actually working back on it to actually have an
Okay,
actual app. So I will be
10
having an app
4,
coming out soon. Yeah.
10 4, 10 4. So he'll talk about that. But I'm here with Marcus Wall and Darren Ashford, two guys I played with in college when we played UNC football. And this is UNC football alumni podcast called Hitch and Wall. And what we're going to do is we're going to chronicle this whole season that's coming up. We're going to report on it. We're going to talk about the people that are signing on and the new people that's coming in on the portal. We're going to talk about the people who signed from high school and things of that nature. We're going to report on it all year, and we're going to do a real deep dive in UNC football with the new hire of Bill Belichick. So I just wanted to start, and today we're going to talk about something that it's something that people may not know, but UNC, we have some of the top backs in the country that came out of there, and we've had some of the most consistent um, backfield play in the country and has some dominant running backs over the years. And believe it or not, am I right or wrong? We have the most 1,000-yard rushers or is it between us
We're
and
second in
Wisconsin?
Wisconsin. Yeah.
Wisconsin. Okay, so we're second behind Wisconsin as far as 1,000-yard rushers and collegiate level. I have to say that again. Guys who made a big splash at the collegiate level. So we're gonna talk about and deep dive into that, but I'll give Darren Ashford the floor and let him speak about what it takes to be an athlete, what it takes to work, the work ethic that you need to have, and what he's going to do as far as pushing you to be a better athlete. Go ahead, talk on that for a little bit.
Well, fair about that. If you see on my shirt, this is you go to this, which is going to be right here. I don't know if you can see that. You find it on any social media platform. You can hit me up, DM me any questions. I'm working on the app to actually reach more athletes abroad. But to touch on what I have with my athletes, I always tell them I'm very transparent that it's not what you do with your school or your club. A lot of it's going to be on the outside. And a lot of people say what you do in the dark is what matters the most for our success. And what I tell the athletes, I said, when you come in the lab, my job is to actually understand where you are mentally, because a lot of these young athletes have a false understanding of what it takes. I don't think a lot of them are being told the right things because the circle they're around are not getting the right information, or people they're associated with have not done it. They're going by what someone told them, so they haven't actually walked in the shoes. So anyway, I do sports performance training, learned from one of the best in the country, Jeff Mad Dog Madden. And then I, got online, got certified. But along that journey, I remember what I did from my former coaches who taught me. I always tell kids, you have to show up first to get what you want, to have what you want. So your dedication is going to dictate your outcome. It can't guarantee you anything, but it smalls the window of opportunity. If you don't put in the work, you can't get results. It's just like in the classroom. If you don't study, don't expect to pass that test on Friday. So my athletes, I work on mobility, flexibility, strength, explosive power, and I look at the sport. The kids call me the mechanic, and we joke about it, but they say they don't understand how I come up with some of the movements. And I say, being a better athlete is not about how strong you are all the time. It's about how well can you move and master your weight to be efficient. And efficiency is key. And from being hurt so many times and coming back from recovery, I noticed that every time I came back, the physical therapy, it was something to that. So I call it the Bruce Lee effect, where everything works, but it's always a better way. So I take movements in every sport and I study. I watch game film and I see how athletes move on every level. And I say, how can I make that an exercise in the weight room to help them perfect that movement with resistance and a load? It's not about how heavy it is, but can they take the load off those small tendons? Because that's what you notice a lot of these athletes are getting hurt because they got Lamborghini bodies, but I call it Ford Festiva brakes. They don't know how to stop. So they they're strong, they look good, but when they try and stop, they pow, blow out. And it's you seeing it more often. And I think when we played, Mad Dog was really before his time because we did a lot of load, but we did a lot of deceleration exercise, a lot of plyometric work, using the football field, running, jumping. And I'm like, why my core is burning? Why is this burning? Because Mad Dog understood that. So I said there had to be something to that. And from the physical therapy with Dr. Hook, and then when we got hurt, how you came back better than when you went in. So I said, let me put that together and try and figure out my own concept. And, football players are the hardest to deal with because they want to move a lot of weight. But the ones who buy into my program, my quarterbacks are the main ones. Their shoulder health is good. My baseball, I got a freshman throwing 85 miles an hour. And it was like, how's that possible? I said, well, his dad said he's not that big. I said, yeah, but he can move efficient. His shoulder strength and velocity is he can move weight fast. So that's my logic. So I tell kids when you come in there, like I had today, my volleyball girl, I said, you have to be able to be flexible and then be able to move your body weight as fast as possible on the field of court. Because last time I checked, there's no bench or squat rack in the middle of basketball court, volleyball court, football field. It doesn't transfer over. It helps to a certain degree. But even with the linemen, I tell them the same time, yeah, you can squat a lot, but if you can't move and be quick on your first step, I don't care how you squat 500-600 pounds. If you can't get from point A to point B fast in that DN coming off the edge, 500 pounds don't do you jack. Because he in the backfield getting your quarterback, hitting him on the backside, he's trying to figure out where he at, bubblicious. So it matters the most. But anyway, so I always tell kids, I tell parents, if you don't like it, I give them, like today, I had a lot of people come in. I say, I'm going to let you test it. And they will, kids like, oh, I can do more than that. I said, no, just get on that sled, put your body weight on there, push, pull 20 yards. And then I need you to go over there and do some broad jumps. Kids are just falling out. They're like, what the hell? I'm out of breath. I said, because you're not understanding that you got to move your body weight as fast as possible. So that's your body weight on that sled. If you can't move that, how can you move the guy in front of you? I said, you squatting 500 pounds and you're not running down the field. Like I got them pushing down a 10-yard field, then they pull it back, push it back. I do it 10 times. That's 200 some yards, and they're gassed. I'm like, dude, what? Like that? Y'all squat 500, but you can barely move this 175 pounds down and back 10 times. It don't transfer over. Anyway, I'm not knocking it, but you have to be able to incorporate all that. And I think that's what happens with these athletes. They're being misinformed, and a lot of these strength coaches are stuck in old methods that do work as foundation work. I call it the brick work. My job is I'm that mortar. I'm the shit that hold everything together. Right. And I think where a lot of these, the higher level trainers, they understand that the professional, the pros, the collegiate, Power 5, Power 4 programs, they get it. And they understand, like, that's why they tend to get these athletes to go from point A to point B and look really, really good. You can see it on the field when you watch these games. These guys are moving like Lamborghinis out there, and then they just popping back up, boom, boom, boom. I mean, it looks amazing. So I try and get these high school kids to understand that. So that's kind of like my logic. I'm like I said, I'm a master of movement and being able to move efficient and fast as possible with a load. Now, like I said, I don't knock this overall. We do power cleans, we do all the traditionals, but that's like day one. Day 2 and 3, we get to more explosive movements. And that, because I said, I don't need to do a lot of squatting every day. You need to be able to be efficient throughout the week. But that's just like, what do I know, right?
let me ask you this. All right, with the way kids are today, when we were coming through, it was almost, they tell us what to do, we do it, even though we may not have wanted to do it. Now they're more vocal, and I can't necessarily say rebellious, but just, they'll shut down. So how do you handle that kid?
Well, that's why I always say I give them that taste of that first day. I always give them, I say, y'all come in and see if you like my philosophy. And I always try and get them in a group setting so they can see from my 8th grader to my junior or senior in high school to my college kids. I put them all in the same group, and if it's the same sport, they do some of the same exercises. And you'll see these kids who, quote unquote, oh, I'm him, I'm her, and they start dropping, And then those younger kids go and say, hey, you're going to be okay. And they look at me and I tell the parents, I say, look, your kid is good, but that's letting you know they hit that ceiling. This is going to test their mental. That uncomfortable feeling I'm feeling right now, that's the fourth quarter. I had a kid drop today and he just like looking at me. I said, you good. 2 parents went over and said, hey, my son was there day 1 too. So it's okay. And you see the kid was breaking down mentally. I said, good, dude, you good. If you're not feeling that means you pushed yourself. You should be laid out halfway through work. I mean, you're trying your best to give me everything you got. And now you're realizing that that's your ceiling. Now you know what your ceiling is. Can you get past that? His dad came over to me at the end and said, you know what? I've never heard a trainer say that. I said, that's the difference. I said, I'm watching your kid. You know, I got different sports in here. Every kid is going to, at some point, break. My job to see what you're going to do, how you're going to respond. It's my job to tap into that, to see that you're not that athlete over here. Yes, this may your day one, that's your day one, but you may be better conditioned because of things you've been doing on your own or the circle of people you've been around. So my job is to say, okay, little T over here is struggling. Let me go talk to him. When I sit down with him, I told him, look, dude, you good. And I can see it in his face that he just wanted to just be like, nah, I ain't good. I said, dude, you good. You got a freshman in 8th grade over here making it work out. Look, I said, this too much for them. This day one for you. Don't prepare yourself to that. But you okay. And he was like, yes, sir. I said, but you gonna be okay. I said, and I told him once, I said, you're a small kid. So understand you don't pass the eye test no matter what. So when you walk in the gym, what's gonna help you is your ability to push past it and be that annoying guy on the court. You have to say, okay, I'm only 150 pounds, but I play like I'm 6'6", 200.
Wait. We're not gonna talk about light folks now. You know, it's lightweight folks.
But like I said, but you had that dog. Right, but you had that in you. You knew that I don't pass the eye test, so I got to go ahead. I got to bring the wood. Pop! Absolutely. You know, and once you do that, and they say they're like, okay, because you know every time you walk in the gym, coach is gonna they're gonna size you up. And I told them, I said, look, you already got one thing straight against you. When you walked in that door, everybody look, what grade you in? You sophomore. Okay, all right. And in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna see what he got. And he didn't complain, but I saw him kind of fall over, and he stopped midway on the sled. And I said, look, son. You good. Step over there. I told the other kid, fill in. Your teammate got tapped out. He got hurt. You got to finish the workout. Finish his sled. He said, yes, sir. He didn't even come. New kid. Another kid hopped up, got on that sled, finished pulling and push. He looked at me, looked at his parents. His dad just put his head there and nodded his head. And he came to me and he said, I've never seen someone say, that's going to happen in the game. If your teammate go down, are you going to just step up or you going to sit like, that ain't my rep? No, you got to go do that dude up now. So I do that same mentality in the weight room. I tell them, I said, if you go down, you go pick that person up, regardless if it's day 1 or day 20. You still are you. I try and build leaders because that's the issue that a lot of these young men and women don't know how to encourage others because they're on the phone or coaches tell them, be quiet, I'm the coach. And it's a time and a place for that. But sometimes you got to give these kids a voice so they can be that leader because you're expecting that kid to be the leader. But if you never give them keys, how they know when to do it?
Right.
So yeah, that's kind of what I do with those kids who struggle.
Absolutely. And this is Darren Ashford. This is Dash. This is the business. It's called Dash, right? And if your trainer don't have that type of passion,
correct.
You see it. You see the passion that this man has, right? If your trainer don't have that passion, if he doesn't speak about his kids like this man is speaking about his kids, then he does not have their best interest at heart. Wow. You see, this guy right here is showing you the passion that it takes to train a kid. He cares. He's going to be passionate about your child. So if you're in the Houston area and you want your child to perform at a high level, and not only perform at the highest level physically, but perform at the highest level mentally. If you want that, you go and see Darren Ashford at Dash, and he'll get your kid right. All right. So we're gonna applaud you and we'll appreciate you coming on, but you're gonna be a regular, right? You're gonna be one of our regulars. But we're gonna bring Leon Johnson on right now and give it up for Darren Ashford, everybody.
Hey, and real quick. I'm not coming to your gym because I'm past my time of working hard like that.
Nope. That's hard work. I still work out, Walt. I still work out, so you got to get your ass up in there.
That's hard work.
All right, brother. I appreciate you.
Much love. Much love.
All right, much
Yes, sir.
love to you, man.
All right now.
I'm gonna take you off the stage right now, man. But please come back on again, brother.
For sure.
For
Appreciate
sure.
you guys.
Appreciate
All
you.
right.
Peace.
Oh yeah. Listen, that's work.
Leotis.
Oh my goodness.
Hey,
What's good,
What
brother?
up, homie?
make sure I
What's
get it the right way.
up?
You got it.
What's
Oh,
up? I ain't
oh,
seen you in so
y'all
long,
know
bro.
me. This up here chilling in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
Oh, you out in Oklahoma, huh?
Yeah, we've been out here, gosh dog, I want to say a good 20, 23, 24 years now. So yeah, it's kind of home for right now.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So you ain't in the mountains no more in North Carolina, or the foothills in North Carolina.
Nah, I went back, you know, that's where I'm from. That's my roots.
Yes.
But nah, I kind of been out here and kind of enjoy it a little bit. So you never know. I might end up back in North Carolina, but for now, we out here in Oklahoma.
yeah.
That's what's up, man. So
But
what
Hitch,
we're
you
doing
can
is
still hear the mountains in them. Hitch, you can still
you
hear the
can hear
mountains.
oh,
in
it's all it ain't gonna leave. It ain't gonna leave. That's Leo. Leon Johnson, one of the greatest one of the greatest backs in Carolina history. We called him the natural. Because he's straight the natural. He could do it. He could do things that you just didn't understand it could happen.
At all.
Oh man,
Right. I seen him one time catch the ball right behind his back. He caught the ball behind his back.
Punch.
Yeah, punch and catch the
Look,
ball
then
behind his back.
matter of fact, just give me 1 second to take the floor.
What's
Hitch.
going on?
Listen.
but I gotta say one thing before I get
Okay,
started.
you go.
I need an apology from Hitch.
I knew he was gonna bring this up.
I mean, this is years.
It was my bad, Lee.
Still
My
on my
bad,
mind.
Leo.
And
I know what
I
you're
haven't
gonna
got that
talk about.
apology just yet, because we boys.
Yeah,
You
we
know what I
boys,
mean?
man.
We boys.
But hey, I
Matter
know
of fact, you
exactly
take the
what
floor.
you're
You
talking
tell
about.
this story right now. You go ahead and tell this story.
I'm gonna tell you. You know, I think Hitch was with Buffalo, right?
No, New England.
New
Oh,
England.
Okay.
We're playing, and I get a little hitch pass, a little swing pass, and I'm going down the sideline, and I see Hitch, and I'm like, Hitch, Tar Heel connection. Just go ahead and push me out of bounds. You know what I mean? Make it nice and easy. Oh, Hitch want to light me up.
That's him.
I think we might have been on that welcome to the NFL moment. He lit me up. I'm looking at Hitch. I thought we was cool.
Hey,
So for I don't know how many was this. I would say 97. Since then, it's always been on my
97.
mind.
It
And,
was 97.
I just want that apology to
I
say I'm
apologize.
sorry.
Hey, you know what, Leo? Though I'm saying when I saw you, I was like, Leo don't put on some weight. I was worried. I was worried. I thought he was gonna come get me, Wall. Hey, Wall. I was worried because he had them big thighs. So I'm like, Leo, I didn't know what he was going on in his mind. He might have thought, I'm gonna get hit.
Yes.
I'm gonna get
right.
So I had to just protect myself.
Oh, you protect yourself. You tried to make a highlight. You made me a highlight.
Hey, but I apologize, Leo.
Me.
Hey, I did Curtis Martin the same way. He came around the same, and hey, he thought I was gonna make it cool. I got him too. That's when you was with the Jets.
Yeah, with the Jets.
That's when you was with the Jets. Yeah.
Oh,
but Leo, man,
goodness.
we brought you on because we want to. I keep calling you Leo, but that's what I called you in college. I'm gonna call you Leon.
What it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. But we brought you on because we're talking about 1,000-yard backs, and we're talking about Carolina as the running back. We're behind Wisconsin with, I think it's the most 1,000-yard rushers.
Yeah,
and Wall's going to take it from here and talk about some of that, and we're going to talk about that for a little bit. And then what we want you to do at the end is we want you to share your funniest story from Carolina. All right.
Oh boy.
So your funniest story that you can think of from Carolina. It could be in the club. It could be off on the field. Off the field.
Anything that went on during your time.
Anything that you want to talk about. All right.
I'm gonna think now. The CTE is starting to come in right now. So that's the thing.
All right, Wall. So you take it over from here, Wall, right now.
All right. So what we've got is, they talk about Wisconsin with the 35,000-yard rushers. We have 33. and it was done by 20, different folks that have reached it. We have folks who have reached it multiple times. Don McCauley, Mike Vault, Amos Lawrence, Kevin Bryant, Ethan Horton, Natron Means. Then we have Giovanni Bernard, and then Michael Carter got it twice, and then the young boy Marion Hampton.
Yeah.
Leon
killed
and
it.
Curtis Martin. I mean Curtis.
Yeah, they did.
Johnson.
Curtis Johnson.
Curtis-
They did that at the same
Curtis
time.
Martin, Curtis Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah, you all did it at the same time. So we've got pairs as well. But this will lead us into our segue of the 1,000-yard backs. And so I figured, what better way to bring it in than with the natural?
Oh man. There's other ways to bring it in, but you brought me back a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Leon, we want to talk. Go ahead, Walt, for a second. Go ahead.
All right. So before I get into that, I do have a small story that Hitch, I always considered myself an athlete of athletes, right?
Absolutely.
And we're in the state championship in track and field, and we're at the long jump pit. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm giving everything I got. And then this dude comes behind me every time. It didn't matter what I jumped, he just did it with ease, right? And so, man, listen, I'm striking out, just and then this guy comes behind me, just kind of galloping, boom, perfect form and technique. Come to find out, it's this guy who takes the state championship from me.
24 inches.
Man.
Yeah.
Like it ain't nothing, dog. I'm talking about
24
and I'm
feet.
giving everything
24
I
feet.
got. Right. I'm giving everything I got, Hitch. I'm talking about with every fiber in my body.
Right.
And he going down just easy.
Right.
And don't say nothing, just kind of dust yourself off and get out.
Right.
Like this.
Yeah, I don't know if were you there that time when we was out there working out and Mad Dog was like, Leon, why you not running hard? And you kept making us run
me.
extra.
No, that was me. Listen.
Yeah.
That's gonna be one of my stories as well.
Tell it.
Who got him? Because I'm like, we running these sprints, right? And we getting across, and then he don't make it. And it ain't that he can't.
Right.
Who knows him, though, dog. So dog said, "Oh, y'all got to run again." This is after we done did it about 4 times.
Yeah,
5 times.
So
yeah.
then I'm like, "Who was it, dog? Tell it. Who was it? Who didn't make it? Who didn't make it?" Oh, it was Leon. Oh, Leon. And now, mind you, he my roommate in the summer. Roommate. Oh, don't make it. We gonna fight today. Don't make this next one. I dare you not to make this next one. It ain't that you can't. You just ain't making it, right? Hit. And then
Right.
Leon fashion. He get it. And crossed the line with ease, like
Right.
this mother.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah. I remember that
And
one.
then, and then it was another time when he was like, Leon ain't running hard. Leon, he not running hard. I'm like, Coach, look at him. He in the front. Now he in front, but he running so smooth. He looked like he ain't going hard, but look, he like in the front. Yeah, I'm like he in the front. So that's when Dog started realizing, oh, okay, I got a different athlete.
He's different.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
He got mad at us and he was like,
He got mad.
Run. It's like he's jogging. And I was like,
Right.
And I think y'all stood up and said, No, he's not jogging, he's still running.
I said, he's running. Look at him. Look at him.
It's not like
Yeah, I was like, yeah, he up at the front. Yeah, that dude.
Did you know?
The way you made it look, it just looked so easy to you, bro.
Did you know he was a D1, right? Scholarship for basketball, football, track.
Talk about that, Leon. Give us some. Give me some, man. Talk about that.
Well, I tell you,
and played baseball too.
Well, I could have played. I could have played, like basketball I didn't play, baseball I didn't play, track, of course, I did in the summertime because I still love the long jump and football, obviously. But I just enjoyed playing there all sports,
Right.
and I figure if I'm gonna, play them, I'm gonna be the best,
No doubt.
So I know, Wall, the basketball team came into the Woolen Gym many times to try to play us, and we
Bro,
beat them
crushed
it.
many
Yes.
times.
Crushed
So
it.
Yes.
that was my
Yeah, I was.
satisfaction as far as like playing basketball, because we just say we can beat the basketball team. We've done it,
People
So
don't
I
believe
never,
that, man. I tell that
yeah,
story all the time. They don't believe it.
yeah. So I never, pursued playing basketball. Baseball, I think Blah came and Blah went to go play baseball, and then we had Cookie Massey before that.
Yeah.
And so
Yes.
I had those guys in front, but I just at the time I don't think it was the right time for me to go over there and play baseball. So I just stuck
Right.
with football.
Stuck with football.
If we could go back, if we can go back to my high school years, I don't think I'll be y'all teammate, because I think I'd went and played baseball after getting drafted in high school. From
Oh yeah.
my career of just having injuries with football and
Mhm.
maybe it wouldn't hurt my body as much, just playing baseball. But I of course y'all my teammates, so we had that grind together. But baseball was something that I liked to do, but I didn't. It wasn't
Didn't
my
love it.
I
Right.
didn't love it. So
Right.
that's why, I don't know what kind of money they were thinking. It wasn't a lot of money what they were throwing at me back in the day, but I already decided to go play football, long before baseball came alive. So baseball had to be something really special for me to get me. But I just enjoy playing all the sports. It was just something to keep me active, keep me busy. I was listening to Breeze talk a little bit before, and even up here in Oklahoma, people don't realize what I'd done in high school and in
Right.
college, because they were
Right.
like, you did this, and I was like, yeah, I did them all. If your kid, if your kid wants to be good, of course you got to go out there and give it all, whatever sport you play. You know what I mean? And to me,
Absolutely.
y'all know me, I just had something in me, and I was gonna be the best, and
Yes.
it wasn't gonna stop me to be the best. I'm 50. Well, we 50 now. And I go and play basketball in the mornings, and they still look at me and say, "How do you still do that?"
Right.
And that's just Mad Dog, the explosive power that he
Right.
taught us, and
Right.
I explode. Everything I do is explode, and
Still.
so while they jump, I explode.
Right.
So I'm still at 50. I can still go a little bit, but I just all the things that made Leon, from all the sports and all the people and everything that they taught me, that just got me to where I'm at, where I was able to do for my career. I'll say that, just learning from everybody, and just having a knack to learn from every sport that I play, and just adding it to football, playing football.
Absolutely. Hey, the legend has it. I know the answer to this, but you could take off from the free throw line and dunk it.
I would say back in the day, I probably could. Yes, I
Yeah.
mean that would, I think I don't know how long the free throw is to the out of
Yeah.
bounds, but
But I
I
saw
would.
you take off one time, one step outside the free throw line and
Yes.
yank
That's
it.
right.
Yeah, people don't talk about, how we could jump back in the day, you know
Yes,
what I
sir.
mean? But that's just that one thing. Y'all know us. Whenever the All-Star game came on, we wanted to
Mhm.
watch the dunk contest.
Right. Right.
We
Right.
hurried home to watch the dunk contest. It
That
ain't
was
like
our thing.
nowadays,
Yes,
and I don't
sir.
know what they do.
Right.
Right.
It's still
Nowadays
good. Don't
they
get me
don't
wrong.
appreciate it.
But we ran home just for that. And, I was Dominique. I was Jordan out there jumping into, I didn't have
Right.
a jump shot, but I could jump. You know what I
Right.
mean? So, so that goes back to, just old school, and it's still with me. But I don't know, Hitch. I probably could,
Right.
back in the day.
Yeah.
I never tried it, but I'm probably say
We
that.
You used to dunk it a lot though.
Yeah.
You all
Yeah. Yeah.
every which kind of way
Yeah.
you could dunk it.
One step
Can
in,
you
if
still get
not,
up,
for
Leo?
sure.
No, y'all know, my knees, and
A
then
little
I tore
bad.
my Achilles probably about 3 years ago. So
Yeah.
I can still touch the rim, but I don't
Okay.
try to. My body, I
I
listen
can't
to
Right.
my
even get
body now.
close. Oh,
Yeah,
Right.
that's impressive still.
Yeah,
That's
I listen to
impressive.
my body. My body say don't jump, I don't jump. If my body say jump, I jump, because that's what they say now. They say, man, why don't you jump for that rebound? I said, my body said no. I said, well, I listened to it. So I'm just tired of surgeries and tired of rehabbing. So
Yeah.
I just play a little smarter, just a little smarter.
Absolutely.
Good.
And let's touch on.
All right. So
Go ahead.
let me go to these backs here, Leon. We were talking about these 1,000 yards backs, right?
Uh-huh.
And you being a part of that fraternity, man. Just tell us what it meant to even be a part of that, and then associate your fullbacks into that situation of you becoming 1,000-yard rushers. Was it like that you all became 1,000-yard rusher, or was it just a single thing to where you felt that, all right, not only is the offensive line included, but that's kind of just mostly on my shoulder?
It starts, like you said, it starts back my first year. Okay, my
Uh-huh.
first year, gosh, that offensive line that we had, for me and Curtis to go over 1,000 yards, that one season, I think that's the only season that I had. But
Uh-huh.
just to go over 1,000 yards, that was a team thing.
Right.
Back then we ran the football.
Uh-huh.
We had William Henderson right in front of us, and then I had Malcolm Marshall right in front of
Yeah.
so we were able to split our time, which probably helped us out, longevity wise with
Absolutely.
just splitting the time, at Carolina,
Yeah.
instead of just taking the pounding, every game. But we ran the football, and in the running game set up, the passing game, and just to be a part of that, y'all got to remember when I came in, I was throwing the ball. I was the
you
QB, toting the field. Yeah, and then and then I take off running on you because and it's funny, when I talk to people, I say I'm not Michael Vick. I said, but I was kind of like a Michael Vick back in the day.
Right.
I didn't throw the ball good,
Right.
but I would drop back
scramble.
and I'd take off running on you
Scramble,
real quick.
Yeah.
Just to scramble.
I remember that
make 'em
whole
miss.
time you was quarterback in that spring, and you was giving people problems.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's just just playing the. I remember one time y'all had me playing Charlie Ward, and I think a whole period y'all had to chase me for a whole period. Just drop back and try to catch me.
So Bush had you running there.
but that those things right there, as far as like coming in as a quarterback and transitioning to a running back,
Right.
I didn't really, realize how the tradition was. All I saw was Natron, and then Randy Jordan,
Right.
and all the people in front of me that I was handing the ball off to. But then once I became, a running back, 1,000 yards, to be part of that at Carolina, that's a great tradition just to be a part of. What I mean?
Absolutely.
You got people don't
know
the names, Natron, Amos Lawrence, Charlie Choo Choo, there's so many great running backs that we had that throughout the whole,
Ethan Horton.
Ethan Horton, just great running backs. And, just to put my name there, I can hold my head up high and say, I'm part of that. You know what I mean? And then I think when you look at the end of your career, sometimes people don't get recognized for things that they do, but I know deep down that I'm part of that Carolina tradition that still lives on, and that's something that nobody can take away from me.
Right.
Absolutely.
And then
absolutely.
don't forget about us little guys that was out there blocking.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let me say that. Like I say, it's a team thing. It's a team thing. But like you said, Wall, it's not just me and the fullbacks or me getting the ball. Saying watch what Leon do. No, it was Leon. It was a team thing as far as like, just being part of the running game. I did my part, and then of course when you was back there catching the ball, I had to block somebody for you, so we can get that ball off. So it's like I said, it's just a team thing year round, all the way around.
Yeah, and I want to finish with talking about your pro career a little bit. I know you played with the Chicago Bears, you played with the Jets. Did you play with anybody else after the Chicago Bears?
The Chargers.
The Chargers. That's right, the Chargers. So I just want you to talk a little bit about your pro career. It's been a long time, but you still have fans out there that probably haven't seen your face but want to see your face, and probably would love to hear from you, and you talk about your pro career a little bit. And I want you to get into it a little bit and tell me your ups and downs and just how things went.
I tell you, my ups and downs is now that I'm coaching. I've been coaching up here in Oklahoma at a high school. I've been to like three high schools coaching, and the one takeaway I have from that, I never got the chance to come back home to see a game. I never had a chance to come home, when Mac was still there, just to go back and be recognized as one of the people that helped get him to where he was going. It wasn't just me, it was all of us, you know what I mean? But to be a part of that, I always wanted to come back and, just to be around the team and just, I think I'm the only Carolina fan up here in Oklahoma, besides maybe a couple other ones,
Right.
But, I wish I had the chance to come back home and just, see a game. I had a little cousin there. I know if y'all know Chaz Surratt.
Yeah.
Chaz is one of my little cousin. I love to go back.
Oh, did not know that.
Yeah, and I would love to go see him play. You know what I mean? Just a family name. Yeah, people don't realize it, but yeah, we kind of, he's like, I think my second cousin. So, but just to go back to see y'all, and I see the pictures from what y'all have.
To get
when
together.
Y'all post stuff and when y'all get together, and there's a lot of times I wanted to be in that picture. But I'm coaching up here, and I never got the opportunity to make it back home. But like as far as like my pro career, I always tell people up here, I wish everybody can make it just to see how it is to play on the highest level. You know what I mean? I tell my kids here now, the few that really ask, because my kids only concerned about starting. I've never had a kid until this year ask me what it takes to get to the pros. All my kids just want to know how many games you start, and that's kind of the new generation. That's the new generation of kids nowadays. But I getting kids now, they're looking me up on YouTube and doing stuff. And what I do is I call it Leon Trivia with my running backs. I always ask them a question from Carolina. And whoever gets it gets Gatorade. You know what I mean? It might be because I go and buy like 50 Gatorades and I put them in, and then they know it's just for the running backs. Right. And then I say, how many touchdowns did I have for my career? And they guess, and I have fun with it, but the kids get to know me a little bit, and they respect me a little bit more once they know what I've done and where I've been.
Start to register with them.
Yeah, but I wish they'd ask me how I got there, just so they can work hard and get there. And like I said, experience that playing on the highest level, and we just don't have that, where I'm at. But overall, I enjoyed playing in NFL. You know what I mean? I think I've done a lot. There's things I would do different. I would never pick up a punt, catch a punt. I would never catch a kickoff. If I could go back, to where I get labeled, so there's certain things that, I take away from it. But, right now, coaching under Parcells, that's kind of the way I coach my kids now. So my kids, I'm hard, but I'm easy on them. I use the coach, I use some of the coaches' techniques of what they've done to us in the pros to kind of deliver that back to my kids. And it's a little old school, but I get my message across. I think y'all said something. Yeah, y'all said something to Breeze before, and I said, what do you do with the kids that don't? I just move on to the next kid. And then once they realize that I'm not playing, they come back to me, and they say, this is how Coach Johnson is going to be. I don't play around. We're going to have fun, but I always coach in a way that I'm going to get your attention. I'm going to pass you on. And then once you realize what I do, you'll come back. But, that's just learning from all the coaches that I've been through, and I had Schottenheimer, I had Parcells, I had Dick Geron, had a little stint down there in St. Louis for a minute. But these are all things that I try to bring back to the table and give back to the kids so that I can make them better and, hopefully get them in the NFL.
So just one thing. So a brief time. So 98, Belichick was there with you then in 98, right?
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
That's
he was there in my 4 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was there your 4 years time?
Yeah, he was there all 4 years. I think what happened then, I think he got the head coaching job.
He got the head coaching job for a second, and then he went to the Patriots.
Then he went to the Patriots. So yeah, so he was there. He would talk to me about Carolina, how Carolina was. So when people ask me up here and they say like Belichick's at Carolina, I said, well, when I was up there with the Jets, every now and then he would say, something about the Tar Heels, so you can kind of tell he had something about Carolina that he liked.
His dad coached there.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
It's not like a out of the blue moon they showed Belichick, what I mean?
For me
and that's
too.
what
I was
everybody
thinking,
thinks up here, oh gosh, how y'all get in? But he had some ties there, and what I'm saying, he asked me about that, every time that I seen him when we were, up there with the Jets.
Exactly. So that's interesting that coming on and we're talking about it's interesting that you spent some time with him 4 years, even more than I spent 4 years with him, but he fired me at the end of the year. So I didn't get the whole year. He fired me at the end of the year. So I didn't get that whole year. I didn't get that whole year.
He wasn't my coach, you know what I mean? So he couldn't fire me, but
he couldn't fire you.
He was there. He was there.
He could fire me. He could fire me, and he did.
I don't know why, because I go back and I watch some of them games, and I saw one game that we played in New England. Hitch, you was everywhere. You know what I mean? So
I had some good games, but Belichick, me and Belichick, he was good for me as far as study, but he would place you in position to make a play. Whereas I was more like an organic player where I would find a way to make the play. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Or how I would kind of cheat in the defense to see where I can make the play. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he would put you in position, like he would place you where that ball was coming. And that just wasn't my style. I was more like, let me study it because it's going to be organic for me to be able to pick this off this way, or I'm going to go this way. I'm going to make sure I be right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They wanted me to be standing right here. You're going to be standing right here and that ball going to come to you. And it would. It would come right there. But it just wasn't my style. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's why we were not on the kind of same page.
Okay.
Yeah. But Leo, it's good to see you, brother. And we're going to have you on another time during the season. Okay. So I'm hoping that you can at least catch some of the games on television so you can talk about, some of the back play.
Okay.
We want you to analyze the running back play. We want you to talk about some of the running back plays that maybe he could change, because we're trying to make sure that we get to the championship one day.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you coming on and doing some critique, he gonna get to see this. If you don't know, this man, he gonna look at this.
Okay.
So I want you to critique it, during the season when we're playing. I want you to critique it.
Oh, definitely. I critique all the things. If Texas would have listened to me and ran the ball 4 times on the goal line, Texas would be playing for its national championship. They would pass the ball, so I'm gonna let that one go. So, because I'm not Texas, I don't have Texas in me, but I have my wife's from Austin, so she's all Texas. And Coach Matt Brown was there, so I got a little Texas in me, but don't get me started on that.
Wall, you got anything else for Leo?
I do. I got a couple things. First, your craziest moment at Carolina.
My craziest moment. I don't know. I tell you, you asked me probably at the right time because my wife just went out to go get us something to eat. So I'm trying I'm trying to think of some crazy times that we had. Y'all know we had a few.
Leo, you got plenty. You got plenty, bro.
We had a few, so I might have to, since this is recorded, I have to say, I might have to say, I don't know. I can't remember that far. You know what I mean? Maybe when you ask me another question, I can find the story.
Give us a PG one. Give us a PG one.
Give us a
hot dog. Oh, hot dog. Y'all. Yeah. I know. Funny story. I can probably think of. I remember that time we was out there practicing, and I'm gonna go away for I'm gonna add 2 to it. Okay. The one time we were practicing, and remember when the lightning hit that tree?
Yes,
and
sir.
then Matt Brown said, "Hit the house." He said,
Yes,
to
sir.
the house, and we were all gone.
Right.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
was
When that
talking to
voice got
somebody.
real high.
That voice got real high.
I don't know if it's with y'all or with some other one, and y'all said that we were practicing it, and I said it's too cold out here, and I'm not practicing. Somebody told me that story.
I think I remember that too, Leon.
Yeah, somebody said, remember that time you said you weren't practicing because it's too cold?
It was too cold,
and
yes.
we didn't practice.
Yes,
I was like,
Hitch.
whoa.
We did it. Now before you came on, I said there were 2 people that I seen treated very special by Coach Matt Brown, Leon Johnson and Octavius Barnes. And yes,
it's another one.
That is a true story. Oh, Fig was that too, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't think I didn't get special. Well, yeah, I probably did get a little special.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes, sir. You got the special treatment, brother.
Yeah, I stayed with y'all for a minute, and then they moved me to another dorm. And then I was around y'all for a while. Then but y'all got to remember too, when I was there were several times because I didn't get registered because y'all remember I got to travel with the team.
Yes, we do.
Like as a freshman, and
Right.
I think that wasn't special treatment, y'all. That was
watching
Leon's gonna go home. If he goes home, we ain't gonna get Leon back.
He ain't coming.
Is that what that was?
You see what? Yeah, I was ready to go home. You know,
I knew that. I did know that. I did know that.
I cried, but there were times I was like, I don't want to be here.
Right.
Just because I wasn't playing, and
right.
That was like I finally said like, yo, can I go home? And I think we played Clemson like week 8 or something like that. And they said after that Clemson game, you can go home because they already had me by then. But at the beginning, I didn't. Yeah, they took me to the game, but they took me because they knew if Leon got home, probably I was probably 90% he might not come back.
Absolutely.
That was just just being real. There you go, just being real.
Okay, well look,
so they took care of
fresh off of you.
Yeah, they took care, and I'd have to give it to Mac Brown too because I can't say Mac Brown, I'm saying Coach Brown because he kept me. He kept me there because there was times where y'all wouldn't have seen Leo.
Yeah, right.
Y'all know Leo. I didn't get along with school, and I didn't get along with not playing.
There's a bunch of us was like that, brother. There was a bunch of us like that, but we hung in there, and you end up having a good pro career. And you know what I'm saying? I did too. And Walt did his thing as well. So we all. You went out again, Leo, but
we
can hear your voice though. We can hear your voice. We all share in that whole experience with Mac Brown, and that was a good experience. Right. Yes. But I'm gonna add back Darren Ashford to the stage.
Leo.
Breeze. Yeah, Breeze. I know Breeze just stay right down the street. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got to see
we done hooked up several times.
Yeah.
Hey, he go by Dash on this screen now. It's Dash.
That's Dash.
Right.
That's Dash now.
Y'all say Dash. I'm gonna say Breeze. Yeah.
All right.
Everybody know the name. They answer. Kids know.
It's the only person that you two people you down at the bottom, y'all didn't age none. It's something. The people on the top, we aged.
It looks like that, don't it? It is exactly like that.
I think it's the camera. Let me clean out the camera.
We might need to take us off the screen.
Do something. Whatever y'all doing, we need to do that.
Wait, I just let my hair grow. Like when the season's over with, I just let it grow.
You let it grow out.
I call it my gray count. So I just count all the grays that I got from last year. But I'm going bald head. I still go bald head.
I'm bald head too. I got a little bald head.
I ain't got no time to cut
Everybody
it right now.
Got it. You know what I'm saying? My hairline my hairline was messed up when I had hair. You know what I'm saying?
And I lost mine when y'all cut my hair. When they cut our hair as freshmen, that's when I lost my hair. It never recuperated.
Yeah. Well, see, thing is, I'm gonna tell you a little story. My wife got front row tickets to the Thunder game one time. Mm-hmm. I had let my hair grow, and I'm gonna show y'all just because you're on here. Y'all see this little island right here?
Yeah.
Y'all
George Jefferson.
Head full of hair. And I had this bald spot, and I was like, "You didn't tell me I had a bald spot in the top of my head." I'm sitting front row of the Thunder game, because she said, "Bend over, let me take a picture and show you." Man, I've been bald ever since. I can't grow it back.
That's
I
funny.
ain't trying all kinds of stuff just to get it to grow back.
Oh yeah, I got mine like that too,
Oh.
Leo. I
You
like
ain't got that
too.
baby bald, so I'm done.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
just
sir.
a group.
I mean,
That's
you
all.
know,
It's just a group
we
thing.
we 50, we 50.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey,
Like I said,
hey.
I don't worry about it either. I said, I'm married. My wife knows who I am, so
That's
that's
right.
it. I'm good.
That's
I'm
right.
good.
There you go.
Yeah, this old man energy right here.
We all got the AARP card.
I know y'all got your handicap sticker yet?
Oh
No.
no.
Y'all
We
slow.
missing out.
I done had my sticker for two years. Skipping.
I'm
I
gonna
be
let that one go,
skipping.
Leo. I'm gonna let that one go. I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
He
keep trying to walk
skipping
from the. I'm keep trying to walk from the parking lot. I park far away as possible and not try to walk in because I don't
Get
want
them
that
steps in.
Yeah,
You know, I got no ACLs. Both my knees messed up. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man.
yeah, both my knees messed up.
That's
man,
a story within itself, though.
Right. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. We'll talk
Oh,
about
boy,
that
that's
one day.
huge.
But listen, we have a brotherhood that nobody else has in this country.
Right.
The
Correct.
Carolina Brotherhood is special, right? And it was started by Mac Brown, and Mac Brown brought us together, and we appreciate Mac Brown, and we hate that he got fired. We hate that he went out the way he did.
Right.
We owe a debt to him because of the brotherhood that we have. All right.
Absolutely.
So I want to say again, thank you, Coach Brown.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for the
From
opportunity.
the natural came on and talked about his stories. He's a
For sure.
legend in the state of North Carolina. Darren Ashford, legend in the state of Illinois. And Marcus Wall, he's just a legend in his own right.
Southview.
Right. He's just a legend in his own right. Anywhere he go, he a legend, brother. Yeah, that's a legend. But I just wanted to give a shout out to all the Carolina guys. We love y'all.
For sure.
We got great groups. We want to stick together forever if we can until we pass on. Leo, we know you out in Oklahoma, but if anything happened to you, you make sure that somebody get in contact with one of us.
Gotcha.
All right. So that we know what's going on in your life, and we'll be there, brother. We'll be there.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you for coming on. Thank you, Darren Ashford, or everybody out in Houston. Go see Dash. Go see Dash.
Yeah.
All right.
For sure.
Thank you so much, Leon, for coming on.
Oh yeah.
And we're trying to get some other guys to come on and speak on the running back situation and how we dominate in that area. We're gonna pass Wisconsin again. We're gonna pass them again.
Yes.
Right. This is Hitch and Wall. We out. Peace.
Peace.
Later.
And that was good.